The last day in Pompeii. It was a day like any other. The streets of Pompeii bustled with life, filled with merchants calling out their wares, the scent of freshly baked bread wafting from the ovens, and children darting through alleyways, their laughter echoing off stone walls. The sun blazed high in the sky, casting golden light over the city, and a warm breeze carried the salty tang of the sea. It was late summer, and the people of Pompeii moved about their daily routines, unaware that their world was standing on the edge of catastrophe. In the marketplace, a woman haggled over the price of olives, while a baker wiped flour from his hands and cheerfully boasted about the quality of his loaves. Fishermen, fresh from the docks, hauled in their catches, their skin tanned and rough from years at sea. Near the forum, scholars debated philosophy beneath towering marble columns, and artisans carefully carved statues meant to stand the test of time. Life flourished in this city, as it always had. Even Mount Vesuvius, looming in the distance, was a familiar and constant presence. Its slopes, rich with vineyards and greenery, were seen as a gift from the gods, a source of life and prosperity. It had been quiet for generations, its occasional plumes of smoke, little more than a curiosity. The people of Pompeii had no reason to fear it. They lived in the shadow of the mountain, believing it to be dormant, believing that their lives would continue as they always had. But the earth had been restless in recent days. Aulus, a young man from a well-respected family, had noticed the tremors growing stronger. At first they had been minor, a ripple beneath his feet, a gentle shake of the furniture. Then they became more frequent, more violent. Yesterday, a jug of wine had toppled from a shelf, shattering on the floor. Today, the trembling was worse. The ground trembles beneath my feet again. A dull, groaning shudder like the earth itself is awakening from a restless sleep. My hands tighten around the edge of the wooden table in my family's villa, my breath catching in my throat. The shaking is worse than yesterday, worse than last week. I step outside into the midday sun, blinking against the thick, humid air. The streets are alive with murmurs of fear. I see my neighbor, old Cassius, leaning on his cane, his face twisted in worry. "Do you feel it, Aulus?" he calls to me. "The gods are angry." I nod but say nothing. Overhead, the peak of Mount Vesuvius is shrouded in an eerie, curling cloud, dark as spilled ink. I tell myself it's nothing. The mountain has smoked before, but the pit in my stomach tells me otherwise. At the marketplace, voices rise in a mix of commerce and panic. A vendor shoves figs into my hands. "Take them, take them. Who knows if we'll sell them tomorrow?" He forces a laugh, but his eyes dart toward the mountain. And then it happens. A sound like the sky splitting apart, a deafening crack that makes the very air vibrate in my chest. I stumble, nearly falling as a massive column of smoke and fire erupts from Vesuvius, shooting into the sky like a titan's wrath. The heat of it reaches us even here, miles away. Screams fill the streets. People scatter like frightened birds. I run, my sandals slapping against the stone road, my heartbeat thundering in my ears. Ash begins to fall, soft at first like gray snow, dusting my hair, my skin, then heavier, thicker. It clogs my throat, burns my eyes. The gods are punishing us. I rush home to find my mother clutching my sister, both trembling. "We must leave," I say, but the streets are already packed. Carts overturned, people shoving, desperate to escape. The sky is turning black. The sun disappears. Hours pass in chaos. The ash is knee-deep now, and the air burns to breathe. Fires rage, lighting the darkness in flashes of hellish orange. My sister collapses, coughing, choking. I lift her into my arms, but my legs are weak, my lungs filled with poison. The earth shakes again, and a roof collapses nearby with a sickening crash. I don't know if I will make it out. I don't know if anyone will. The gods have spoken, Pompeii is dying, and I am dying with it.